Hey, 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 guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How am I looking, guys? Is everything okay? Am I buffering? What's it looking like on your end? I want to say thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. And my desire is that your day was amazing and was beautiful. Mine was pretty good. I can't complain. Um, so tell me, how am I looking? Am I buffering it all? Hey, Mrs. Carter, how you doing? Welcome to Hello World. Do I look a little bufferation, or is everything clean? Um, I hope so. So I had gotten mail a couple of days ago, and I said, "Ooh, I want to show everybody." So I've been carrying it with me for a while, but I wanted to do an opening here with you all. So I'll wait just a few more minutes. Let me get some of the announcements out the way. If you are in the New Jersey area, there will be a couple of events that I will be at this weekend. This weekend, I'm gonna be somewhere in New Jersey, and then December. But in between then, I'll probably be doing something as well. I think I have an event on the 20th as well in at the Liberty State Park. So it's an indoor outdoor event. I decided to be indoors. So let's see. Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Life with Nicole Marie and Gary. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Am I buffering at all? Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Wellness with Frugal, about to be a personal trainer. Mama. How you doing? I'm holding you accountable, sis. Get that studying in. February is right around the corner. So you definitely want to make sure you pass that test one time around, okay? Um, so, am I buffering, y'all? Am I good? What's it looking like? I can't tell because on my end it looks crystal clear. So, just let me know. Right on. She said, right on. She gonna get that test. So yes, there's events coming up. Black Friday shopping and chat will be on the 19th of this month at 7:30. It's going to be myself and maybe a few other people who have items that you might be interested in purchasing for your holidays. So come out to that. I already figured out how I'm going to do it for that day. So definitely come out to that. Your support is appreciated. Don't forget, we have listening sessions with Joy where you can talk about everything and anything underneath the sun. Just don't tell me if you plan on trying. Don't tell me if you killed someone. If you want to kill somebody, I don't know how to handle that, so don't tell me that either. But if there's anything else that you need to talk about and let go of, definitely schedule your session at btdllc at gmail or text 201-540-9104. That is that. And hey, Charlene, how you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Leo? How y'all doing? What else did I want to talk about? Oh, and also, if you're not already doing so, please consider following me on all social media platforms at B as in boy, T as in Tom, D as in dog, LLC. All you have to do is type in or go into your phone and pick up, dial up a platform, and I'm on there. I'm on Clubhouse too, y'all. So figure it out and you can go ahead and follow. That would be greatly appreciated. What else is going on? And for this video, please like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. If you would like to give a thumbs up or down, it's fine by me. And it's absolutely okay with you. As long as you have a real reason to do it, whichever way you decide, I respect it. Because guess what? We all have been born with free will, and we ought to be able to respect everyone's choices and free will. Sometimes that choice is opposite to what you would like, but it still does not negate the fact that you have a choice and an option. Okay? So those are all the things. And then I'm going to show you this in a few, but let me tell you how my day was. So actually, how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope that you had a beautiful day. Let me know in the chat how you're feeling, how you're doing, all that good stuff. So today I woke up, I went to work. Work was good. It felt like Friday. It felt like a Thursday on a Wednesday. Y'all, I done lost time, which is perfectly fine because losing time means that I'm gaining my freedom and I'm utilizing whatever bits of time and blocks of time that I was too busy worried about. What am I supposed to do on this day, that time, at this time, and blah, blah, blah. But now I'm taking that energy and putting it and reusing it in the way it should go. At least that's what I believe. So it was good. And oh y'all, I'm burnt up about something. But let me do the good news before, right? So in this envelope, you see that? Hold on. You see that? Your girl did another one. Come on. I did another one. Hey, I did another one. I did another one. This is an official letter. Wait, I didn't even open it, so I hope it's a good letter. But this is from Washington, D.C. of the United States of America. And it is a good one. Yes, y'all. What? Hey, Josh, how you doing? Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Look what your girl done did. Look what your girl done did. Hold on, I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure everything is okay. Look what your girl did. Hello, world. You know, my ringtone is finally protected. Yes. So can't nobody take it. Because I made it. Okay. So this is my official certificate. And I registered it. It took me a while to register it in May. And I just finally got the okay and the approval and the mark in November. So I have my musical arrangement copywritten. Okay. So you guys now are the first people to see this. I probably will be posting this on social media, but this is the official seal. So when you copyright something, this would be how it looks. Your title and whatever else is on there. That's my thing. Yeah. Where's the second page? Oh, that's the second page. But this is how it comes. Just a nice little thick piece of paper. I'm so happy. What do y'all think? N and G. Who is N and G? Thank you. Now I have copywritten 6 of my works. 6 of my works, y'all. We have 5 books and 1 song. You know, hello world. Yes. So like it's already been protected, but now I have it extremely protected because no one else has registered it. They shouldn't. I mean, the thing about, let me just tell you guys before I go into why I was burnt up a little bit. The thing about protecting your assets is it's going to cost something to protect it, but it'll cost more if you don't protect it and someone else. Hey, Carolina Diamond. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Let me say that. Carolina Diamond Productions. We have a new member. We have a new member. And it's Carolina Diamond Productions. Welcome. Terry's here. Hey, Terry. How you doing? So the reason why you want to protect your assets and it's going to cost to protect it because it's going to cost more if you don't. Like, let's just say I was selling a whole bunch of Hello World ringtones and somebody got the bright idea to say, oh, is it even registered? and they say it's not registered, right? Then they register it behind my back. Now it's their work, and I would have to go to court to fight something that belonged to me that I created, but they own illegally. And this is a great segue, that they own legally, and they would have to go into my hard drive to see that I created the sound. I created I created the sound, and it's my vocals on the track. And I would have to go through court to do all of that. And by that time, let's say if, the ringtone was selling millions of units, you know how much money that is that I would have to pay someone that didn't even own that did not even own the rights to it, did not even own the production of it. But because they were smart enough to register it before me, they own it. So whatever you do, whatever piece of poetry, artwork, writing, whatever you do, protect it. Go the extra mile and protect it. Your business, protect it. Don't just go around and say, yeah, you have a business and you don't protect it. Because that same name that you have, if you don't protect it, someone can legally take it and charge you for using your own name. Then you have to go and change your whole name after everybody got used to calling you whoever and whatever. So please, these are the reasons why I did that. Just because. So now I can freely say, go buy Hello World. The ringtone is on my website, btdllc.com. There is a 25% coupon going around for everything on the site. So if you're smart and you want to own it, you can and still get 25% off. Okay. So I say that to say, guys, this is a great segue. So I was burnt up. How many of you are aware of the name Kyle Ritter Band or Ritterberg? How many of you know the name Kyle Ritterberg? I'm not going to be sitting here in judgment of anyone. Okay, I'll tell you. So Kyle Ritterberg was the young man or the person who, back when they were, big on the protesting for Black Lives Matter, I believe it was in Florida or Texas. I don't know. Don't quote me on the state because I don't remember. But YouTube happened to show me the video. So I just tuned in. The whole court case was going on today, y'all. So he was the same young man or person who had an AKA rifle. Like the rifle was as tall as him. Talking about they were protecting businesses. He was the same one that shot and killed a few people who were using their free will and their rights to demonstrate against something that they believed in, that, it was wrong for George Floyd to be killed. And everybody, it was a whole entire thing, right? So he was going around, pop, 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 pop. Unarmed people, pop, 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 pop. Right? And when I was watching the court case today, one, I could not believe, I still can't believe that there is an actual proceeding. We're wasting tax dollars on a proceedings to do what? To prove what? Like I said, I don't know the whole case and how it started. I just caught it today because YouTube said, girl, look at this. But the guy was sitting on trial, the state was cross-examining him. And he was like, well, and as you watch him being cross-examined, you could tell that this person wasn't very developed in his thought process. So there's a couple of things I'm going to say after that. So when he was being asked questions like, you were carrying this around because you needed protection. So there were two of you that needed protection, right? Yes, we were assisting and aiding people who needed help or who may have been injured. And he lied to someone in the camera, he lied to media and said that he was a first aid person, or what do you call those things? A paramedic. So he lied about that. So he was just walking around, and this dude, both of them, walked past barricades with police inside the barricades. And it was freely with, so it had to be a state where you could walk around freely with weapons. So, but anyway, the police, were letting these people walk back and forth with rifles and guns and stuff like that to protect businesses. So, my beef is one, who failed that child, that young person, in teaching them that it was okay to carry an armed weapon and to not properly train him on when it's okay to utilize it. Now, from the footage that I saw on national TV over and over and over and over and over again, it just looked like people were up like this. He shot somebody and they died right then and there. Then he just shot a few more people walking down the street, just shooting people. So again, this guy, this young person already doesn't seem to have it together as far as thinking strategically. So I can see why he just be like, okay, it's open season. I killed somebody, and I'm just scared, and the fight or flight. I'm just gonna just shoot at anybody that looks like they're yelling at me or coming my way. But why is there a case? What are they judging? Are they judging, was it accidental? Was he defending himself? How could you defend yourself when no one else is armed? You have a deadly weapon. No one else is armed. But yet, there's court proceedings on whether you are innocent of that or not. I don't get it. And then, here's another thing. So the state wanted to show proof of, the drone that was in the air that evening, showing him like a zoomed up, showing him shooting people, right? The defense came and said, well, judge, we all know that Apple has their own, they have their own, they have their own AI systems. And sometimes when you blow things up, the AI pixelates it to what they think is the outcome. So the defense sat there and argued that by blowing up the video, the AI technology would show this young man not necessarily shooting someone. I said, we're sitting in court. And the judge said to the state, you need to come and bring a specialist to prove that the AI didn't manipulate the outcome of the video. Has our judiciary system really failed us that much? So the young person was talking about how the business owners basically wanted these people to protect their businesses. They also should be on the stand. The parents should also be on the stand. The group of people that actually handpicked this young man to be a part of their vigilante crew should be on the stand. All of these people have failed this young man, this person. At the end of the day, he had a free will to not do what he did, but he did. Why is it that our judiciary system can actually sit there for days and days and days and argue whether a person should receive jail time? Again, I'm not sure what the whole, what they're going for, what the state is going for in reference to this case. I'm not sure if they're going for like life. I'm not sure if they're going for 3 years, 5 years, but there were lives that were taken. There are families that are suffering the loss of the lives that were taken. Why isn't the courts considering that? Can you see why I was burnt up a little bit? If we honestly, as civilians, sat there and watched some of these proceedings and how they go back and forth about things that are opposite to what the whole meaning, the reason why you're there. You are there because you killed some people. You killed some people. And now we're trying to figure out whether you should be in jail. Was it an accident? Were you protecting yourself? It's time. I would even say the lawyer, the defendant's lawyer needs to be held accountable. The judge needs to be held accountable. I just don't understand. This, I believe, should be something open and shut. You killed people. These are the repercussions of your actions. Not anybody saying like, yeah, you may have done it by accident. Let's just say you did do it by accident. You still took a few lives. You took a brother, you took a sister, you took a father, you took a boyfriend, you took a girlfriend, you took a wife. But we're still sitting and talking about whether AI intelligence can manipulate the pixelation of a video to make it seem as something that is not. Please make it make sense to me. Can somebody please make it make sense? I won't tell you what the chat was all about, because there were people in the chat that absolutely felt that this man was innocent. And then you had some other people doing some whatever. It was on Fox News. It was on Fox News because it was streaming off of Fox News, but it was on YouTube. So somebody put it on YouTube. We need to be familiar and aware of what's going on. Like, really, does something like this deserve to have a court case? I'm not saying that the kids don't feel bad for what he did. I'm not saying that at all, but you took lives. I thought there was a cause and effect. You took lives. You took multiple lives, not just the person you killed. You took multiple lives. You took a generation of lives, possibly. You took emotions. You took feelings. You took safety. You took trust. And now the city has to pay for your case. The state is being paid by who? Tax, right? What, am I right or wrong that the state is being paid by tax dollars for this kind of case? Like, who's paying the state? The prosecutor. Somebody is, right? Wouldn't it be coming out at the long run, coming out the tax dollars for this kind of thing? Am I right or wrong? Could somebody, like, correct me about that? Hey, Lennox Light, how you doing? Hey, Auntie Mama. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? First responder. About what? He wasn't even a first responder. He was just a civilian walking around with the AKA rifle. The cops didn't even say anything. The cops were sitting in basically a tank truck, an armored truck. The cops were sitting in the armored truck. Him and his associate walked by the armored truck, and somebody was throwing rocks, and it hit the armored truck. But when did the cops ever say, excuse me, what are you doing walking around with an AKA? We got this. Somebody make that make sense to me? Would you, as an officer of the law, would you feel comfortable with a civilian walking in the nighttime during, heightened hours where everybody's like, amped up, walking around with rifles guns loaded. You all right with that? Nobody stopped them to be like, yeah, can we see your license to carry? They didn't even stop it. So they need to be held accountable. They didn't even stop them. You can freely walk around like in them towns without even being asked. You walking past a cop and they not even asking you, like, excuse me, like, where your license to carry that? Like, you see how many people failed this scenario, how this scenario didn't have to go down. There was so many different situations as to how this could have gone differently, how these lives didn't have to be lost or sacrificed. And how this young person, if he wasn't taught that you are protecting my business by hurting or by any cost, meaning, at will. But I'm still stuck at, he walked by a couple of police officers. This is actual footage. They were showing it in court. He walked by a couple officers and was like, good people, or whatever they were saying, like, friendly. That's what they were saying. Friendly. We friendly. So it's okay to be friendly. I could just walk. Can I walk around outside with a rifle and be like, oh, when a cop passes me, oh, friendly. Hello, world. That's my ringtone. You can get it. Yes. Hello. Let me answer real quick. Sorry. Hey, T family, how you doing? Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Brooklyn and White Boy. We got 100K in the building. Hey, we got 150K in the building. Hey, we got 200K in the building. Reborn Artists Live. It's not a trademark. It's basically protecting the lyrics and the music for my Hello World ringtone. That's what it is. I just got the verification that it's mine. And if anybody tries to go around my back and steal it, I can hold this up in court and be like, you owe me money. You owe me money for trying to steal my stuff. Okay. Woo, 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 woo. D family, you heard of Kyle Ritterberg? Ritterben, whatever his name's. You know, the guy that was walking down, I guess it was in Florida. One of those states where it's okay to, I guess, carry arms. YouTube made me watch his court case today. And as I was watching this, there was so many ridiculous things that were going on that I'm just like, have we forgotten that there were lives that were taken? There were lives that were taken. We're not here to judge the boy on whether he was sorry or not, or if it was a mistake or not. You took lives regardless. So when you take a life, you took a soul out of a body, maybe prematurely, because you're saying you were protecting yourself, but you're the only one walking around with an AKA rifle in your hand. Please, somebody make it make sense to me. How does the judiciary system get away with wasting so many hours? Yo, but that's the state prosecutor. His suit was banging though. I did have to say his suit was good. It was on point. But that was $1,000 suit. Somebody paying for it. The lives that were slain can't represent themselves. They were there to say we stand in agreement that violence by police brutality or this life that was slain needs to stop. There were no people running against him. He was walking around wielding a gun. All of us saw the footage. If you saw it back in, I guess it was August or whatever. I don't remember what month it was, but it was last year. Was it last year? It was sometime in 2020 when the whole thing was going down. it's just so many things went wrong that evening. The cops didn't even stop him. The guy that he was walking with didn't stop him. And I know that clearly the people that were with him in that group, well, he said that was the first time he met some of them, but the guy that he was assigned to and the people, there were snipers on roofs too, y'all. They had their own little sniper brigade on roofs. And then he said, well, they were just up top there gonna like radio to tell me to be careful or to watch out if somebody was coming to harm me. You have an AKA rifle. You think anybody in their right mind gonna come towards you, running, trying to charge you when you got an AKA rifle in your hand? I'm not gonna think that you have a toy. I'm gonna think like, oh, I'm gonna go the opposite direction because I don't know if you open season or not. The kid clearly does not understand critical thinking or just thinking deeply. How about that? He doesn't understand how to think deeply, because even when the prosecutor was asking him questions, he was like, oh, I don't understand what you mean. And he was looking at the judge like, I don't know. You were using, you had this for your protector. I don't understand what he means by, can you rephrase that? Because I'm not following. Simple questions he could not comprehend. But he was in that camera smiling like, yeah. At the crossbody, AKA right here, refills on the side. We need to hold a whole lot more people than just the person that was on stand. Yes, he was the ultimate person responsible for taking those lives, but ultimately there were so many different scenarios that built up to this that could have prevented it. And even to this day, when I saw that judge arguing with the prosecutor, well, the pixelation, Apple can change the pixelation. So if you can't show proof that there is no, this is the original video and there's no modification and AI didn't change the pixelation to show something, then I can't accept it. Really? You sat there for a half an hour and talked back and forth with the prosecutor on an Apple iPhone or a drone, a drone picking up audio. But yet and still, you guys will still use those drones to police everybody. And then when it comes down to a scenario when somebody is on trial that you don't necessarily care for, is on trial, you're not going to say, well, the drone could have, manipulated the scenario and them walking down the street really wasn't them walking down the street. It was just doing their artificial intelligence, giving us what the actual thing of what they thought was going to happen. Make it make sense. I was 2 through, y'all. I was boiling all the way up. I was on fire. But these are the things that are going on every day. And yet and still, we as tax-paying individuals are paying for these types of behaviors to go on. I could not understand why the judge would be like, well, the defense has a good cause to say, well, yeah, you need to bring a specialist in to show that the drones didn't really or didn't manipulate. I was like, goodness. Hey, Faith with Rachel, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Hello World. Hey, Chocolate Brother, how you doing? Welcome to Hello World. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to make it I'm trying to make it make sense and how we need to hold our judiciary system a little bit more accountable than we do. There are so many things that are going on that make no sense, but because it's law, it's okay. Nobody during today's proceedings said, you're not sorry that you killed those people? Nobody. The kid is on trial and he's not even considering the fact, well, I'm guilty, period. Like, yeah, I thought I was protecting myself, but ultimately I am guilty. So we don't want to hold him accountable. He doesn't want to hold himself accountable. This is why I say we need to work on our traumas, because there's no reason why he should feel like he should be in a courtroom trying to try a case when you already were the one. Hey, Life's Magical Journey. How you doing, sis? Welcome to Hello World. You us saying don't be like Candy. Don't be a sucker. Right. Hey, Ronan. How you doing? How you doing? It's global, baby. Yes. So I guess what I want us to become more aware of is that there are so many things that are so messed up. There are so many things that are so messed up and that work against the greater good. But we have all of the utilities and the power within ourselves to make things right by changing how we think, changing the things that we eat, changing our focus on loving versus hating. Because when you're in that kind of a thought process, there's no way you would feel threatened and need to have an AKA weapon because you want to protect somebody's business. Somebody's business who hired you to protect them. And maybe they knew, maybe they didn't know you were going to have a deadly force. Now, if I were a business owner, I would definitely want somebody to protect my business. But that's what maybe having and hiring a real security company would be for. Not no vigilante town people who don't quite understand. He probably didn't even understand that he killed somebody. Like, oh man, I think I killed somebody. Like, did I really kill somebody? Like, am I going to get in trouble for that? Like, seriously, I really thought the kid was probably thinking that when he walked home, because this kid walked home after he killed those people. Y'all remember that? He walked home. I wonder if he said to himself, like, Mom, I think I killed people. You think they're going to arrest me? You think I'm going to get in trouble? You think I'm going to go to jail? Like, why should I go to jail when I was actually trying to protect this business? That right there, he done traumatized his own family. Because I think they showed a picture of the mom, and she definitely looked like ashamed. The mom looked ashamed, like, dang, this is my baby boy. She looked ashamed. So the victims, he victimized a whole lot of people. He victimized a generation and his own lineage. And now his mom not going to be able to, well, who knows? I can't even say his mom not going to be able, because with the way things are going in this proceeding, it look like they want him to walk. So don't forget. Please don't forget about these headlines. And I'm glad that this is being broadcast live. So it's reminding us that people do need to be held accountable for their actions. And we need to hold the people that are supposed to hold them accountable for their actions accountable as well. Those cops that let these people walk around, these civilians walk around with AKA rifles. I didn't hear not one of them say, excuse me, can I please see your license to carry? Can you please keep your license to carry visible? None of that happened in that video. There's no speculations. I saw it for my own eyes. Well, with my own eyes. So I'm heated up all over again. Just how, with the fact that we don't have a respect for life. And I mean all of us as a whole. There's plenty of us that do have respect for life, but when we look totally, the ones that do have respect for life need to be able to influence the ones that don't understand respect for life a little bit more. We need to be a little bit more aggressive in helping people understand that. But there is no respect for life right now in that scenario. In that whole piece right there, there was no respect for life. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Minister of Music, Terrence Trower. Welcome. I'm about to let y'all go. Hey, One Busy Mama. How you doing? Hey, Zachary Knowles. Hi, Dr. Monk. How are you? Did you hear the testimony? Yes. I saw part of the trial. It wasn't the complete trial. They broke today. They had to take a little recess today because the judge wants the state, i.e. the prosecutors, to come up with a specialist to prove that the drones and the AI artificial intelligence did not manipulate the zoom in of showing the young man shooting a victim dead. That the AI didn't turn the scenario of him shooting the victim into him actually shooting the victim. It was on there. Yeah, I said, I can't believe this. I said, I cannot believe this. You seriously going to let the defense tell you, well, you know, Apple has their artificial intelligence and they can manipulate the pixelation of things. And with videos, they can actually depict or change the outcome of something that could potentially didn't happen. If that's the case, if that becomes something that they need to argue in court about, everybody should use that excuse. Innocent and guilty. Because right now, that's when I said the judiciary system, something not right. Something not right, Dr. Monk. Yes. Hey, Chef Finest Wine. How you doing? Good to see you. Yes. Yes, Ronan. Yes, indeedy. Last like 10 minutes of it, I was like sitting there like, are you serious? I said, come on now. You can't be telling, you cannot be. He was like, well, you know, I can't fully take your word for it because he is right. And then the prosecutor was like, but wait a second. We all use telephones to take pictures all the time. It's the same thing as if somebody took a picture and blew it up in court. The pixel, just to show you closer. I can't, y'all. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay calm. Because for these kind of violations to be okay, it's just, and we see still video, we see still photography of things not being good in our society, in our communities. We see still photography, and we also see videos upon videos upon videos of people being brutalized by individuals who are supposed to protect us, right? We see it often. Then we see civilians brutalizing each other on videos as well. It's just, the whole thing needs to be reevaluated. This is why when we work on ourselves, when we become one with understanding why we should love ourselves and start thinking before we actually do stuff, I doubt whether there be as much violence. I really do. Because to know that you can physically alter someone's life and the lives around those people for eternity, and they have to work through that eternal pain. For you to really realize that and think it through and understand that, you're not going to want to do that to nobody. Maybe a few percentage of people in the world, but there's too many people who are doing good and thinking decent. They're not going to want to do that. And I'm not saying that people can't bear arms, but maybe people need to be trained on the severity of what you do when you have their arms. I'm not against that. It's the people behind the trigger. Do we need guns? We could always talk about that back and forth, up and down. It's the here, okay? It's the people behind the gun. That's where the issue starts. The gun didn't say pick me up, pull me on any old body. Anyway, y'all, if you are a person that owns a firearm, I hope you understand the brevity of having and owning a firearm. And before you have to utilize using that firearm, just remember what the outcome could be. You can harm yourself. You can permanently harm the person. You can permanently harm somebody else that might be in that vicinity. Right? Just think about all of that scenario before you use it. If you are a police officer or somebody in the military, well, you can't help that in the military. You're supposed to, do what you got to do. But if you're a police officer, just remember those things. Humanity first, y'all. Let's try. Anyway, let me go. Because we could be here all night and I could talk. But I appreciate you guys being here and listening. I hope you do decide to maybe watch some of the case or even watch some of the proceedings that go on. And just really think like, does that really make sense? We really having a conversation about this? This is really a conversation? I can tell you from outside view, Germany, many U.S. cops are bad at their job, but you just have to see that the U.S. has a problem with crazy people. But I only hear that many Americans scam for free healthcare, like in Germany, but they always forget that Germans pay about 15% of their salary for healthcare. Dr. Monk. Remember who we vote for as an impact on a criminal. You right, Terry. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? You right. The pharmaceutical companies help people be crazy. Well, anyway, y'all, I appreciate you being here and we having this little tiny conversation. Just go back to the source of what everything is, like love. If we love, there's less chance of things going deathly wrong, at least at their hands. I'm here every single day. We talk about everything and anything. And until we get it right, let's continue to grow. Let's continue to work on our traumas. Let's continue to work in our purposes, finding out what our purpose is, and being confident in operating in our purpose. And loving more than anything. Love nature, love yourself, love your family. If you want to shop Be the Difference, you got so many different things. Go to btdillc.com. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello